We did a lot of things really well today. The first thing was to follow a game plan that's a difficult game plan, which is playing at a medium tempo and really working to execute against a team that really thrives on playing fast. So give our guys a lot of credit for their ability to trust it, execute it, and play a really wonderfully competitive and physical game. And it's obviously a game we very badly needed. So I'm really happy for the players.
Pat, go ahead.
Rick, a couple days ago on Friday, you discussed wanting a stronger disposition defensively. To what do you credit such an effective night on the defensive end tonight?
Well, our offensive tempo helped our defense tonight. And also, you come out west from the east, it's different than coming, from, the central or the mountain time zone. It's just it's a vast trip, and the first game is never easy, and our guys have competed hard all year. So, what happened on Friday got everyone's attention. We had a much better start. A lot of guys really contributed in a big way, and it was really great to see. Really great to see how well we competed and how much we trusted each other.
Wheat.
Yeah, Rick, TJ McConnell made a number of big plays down the stretch tonight. Just how valuable was his craftiness and his ability to create shots both for himself and others?
Yeah, McConnell was great. Aggressive, tough, always sticking his nose in defensively, coming up with big plays that don't show up on the stat sheet with deflections and things like that. His soirees to the rim, in the fourth quarter were huge for us. He had a couple of great finishes. He had one really difficult shot along the left baseline. He played fearless, and that's one of the characteristics that we're going to have as a team.
Pat?
They didn't hit a shot in the final 90 seconds or so. You got numerous stops down the stretch. What did you see defensively from your group and an ability to close this one out in the final 2 minutes or so?
Just a very determined group of guys that, we're in a bend but don't break mode. You're on the road way out here, wild building with a bunch of, highly skilled athletic guys over on their side, and you just got to sit down and lock in and do your best. And the last 2 or 3 stops were really symbolic of who we need to be as a team defensively. Just grit, physical, smart, not fouling, making them take difficult shots, and then being able to come up with rebounds.
Tony?
Rick, it felt like a lot of times when Myles Turner came into the game tonight, he really changed the game and gave you guys a nice push. What did you see from him that really gave you guys a boost? And, especially in that second quarter run when the Kings, I think, missed every shot they took for 5 minutes with him in the game.
Well, I see one thing on the stat sheet that really tells the story, and that's plus 22 when he was in the game. He was by far our most prolific plus-minus guy, and it's not a coincidence. He was smart on offense. He's always great on defense. He takes pride in protecting his teammates and protecting the rim, and he also mixed in the right amount of physical play. So in other words, sometimes you got to take hard fouls in situations, but he didn't foul out. We definitely needed to have him out there. Finished the game with 5, as did Domas, and Myles is playing at a very, very high level right now, and it's great to see a guy that cares so much about his team, the franchise, play with this kind of effectiveness really at both ends of the floor.
Pat?
On a night where you had 21 turnovers as a team, you guys were also plus 21 on the glass. How pivotal was the rebounding to getting this one done tonight?
Well, it's got to be a big part of who we are. We're going to have to be a team that can win the possession game. Obviously we got to do a better job with turnovers. We had some that were head scratchers tonight, and but that's NBA basketball, and our guys care so much. Sometimes there's a tendency to try too hard, and we're still working at getting our footing, as far as working together and figuring out exactly, how everything fits together. But tonight we took some strong steps forward.
Yeah, Caris, you guys were able to get numerous defensive stops down the stretch, something that has been a challenge in close games on the road this season. What to you allowed you guys to excel in those moments tonight?
I think all together, not just down the stretch, I think all together we really followed the game plan. From 1 to 15, everybody did. We kind of slowed the game down a little bit, really anchored to our defense. And I think down the stretch we did the same thing, and it really paid dividends for us.
Wheat.
And Caris, what have you learned, if anything, from these close losses you've had early in the season on the road, and how are you able to flip the script tonight?
I think we all learned that every possession matters. From the first 6 minutes of the game, I think we lost it in Portland. And then the first 6 minutes of the game tonight, I think we won it tonight. So I think just starting games off, starting quarters off, starting the half off is super important for us.
Pat.
There were some stretches where you guys were struggling to score in the third quarter, the fourth quarter tonight, where it seemed like you took it upon yourself to get inside and get some shots to go. Can you take us through your mindset in those moments when you see your team going through a lull and what you're trying to accomplish?
Yeah, my teammates have the ultimate confidence in me, my coaches as well. I just try to go out there and make plays. I'm still trying to find it, still getting myself back into game shape, game rhythm, and things like that. But, I got something to fall for me tonight. And like I said, my teammates, have supreme confidence in me, so they make it easy on me.
Tony.
Caris, TJ, and McConnell, for you guys, normally known as a distributor, guys who set up his teammates, but was excellent off the dribble, creating his own shot tonight. How much of a boost does that give you when he's able to play like that?
It's huge. TJ has a huge heart. He loves playing in big games against, good, talented guards. I feel like he plays his best against better competition. So we definitely needed him tonight. I feel like he was hard on himself after the game in Portland. He felt like he missed a layup down the stretch, and he made countless layup after layup tonight, countless big bucket after big bucket. I think when I was young, my people who taught me how to play the game taught me never to have 2 bad games in a row. So I think for us, that was huge as a team tonight for us to bounce back.
Myles, in the early portion of the season here, you're averaging career numbers on the glass, and the Pacers have been far improved this year in rebounding than last year, plus 21 tonight against Sacramento. What to you has led to rebounding efficiency, both individually and as a team?
I think rebound is a mentality. Some people call it skill, but I really think it's a mentality. You just got to get in there, do the dirty work, and get it done. So I've just been kind of trying to make it a focal point. So you're in there night in, night out, and just just get as many as I can. I know my team needs me to do such, and it's letting them improve numbers.
Pat, go ahead again.
For a team that at times has wanted to see its defense improve a little bit in the early portion of the season, what does it do for a team to have a win like tonight where you come up with numerous stops down the stretch to get the victory?
It was huge for us. I think it was a morale boost. It's our first road win. It's something that we've been seeking out for a minute now. And, I think that you can build on it. The way we played down the stretch, getting those stops. I think we held this team, I think it was under 100 points after they just scored 140 or whatever it was the other night. So, that's huge.
Tony.
Myles, TJ is mostly known for you guys as a distributor, guys who sets up his teammates. But tonight he was setting up himself, getting a ton of shots in the paint. How much does that give you guys a boost offensively when he's able to be such a threat off the dribble on his own?
Yeah, when he's putting his head down, being aggressive, teams probably game plan, for what you just said, for him to set other guys up. But, I think TJ's at his best when he's doing both, looking for his and looking for others. and he was able to really contribute tonight. You know, and he came up big down the stretch and knocked that free throw down. So there's plenty of things that he did to help us win this game tonight.
Pat?
No team has played more games than you have in the early portion of the season. You'll get your first stretch since the year began of 2 consecutive off days. Is something like that needed right now, or is it too early for those kind of effects to set in?
You know, definitely take it. Anytime we get up off our feet and, you know, take some time to ourselves during a long season like this is always needed. So, you know, we're going to recoup in Denver, you know, enjoy the win tonight, and, you know, really enjoy these next 2 days and get right back to it. You know, this is we have a tough rest of this road trip. So, you know, we got to get our bodies ready, get our mental ready, and go out there and perform.
TJ, the last couple of games are a little similar. You guys had a small lead down the stretch. On Friday night, you weren't able to close Portland out. Tonight, you were able to close Sacramento out. What was the big difference to you in the 2 games?
I feel like just executing down the stretch on both ends. You know, we didn't panic when they made a run, and we kind of came together and turned it up a bit on offense and defense. And we had a really good game plan coming in to try to slow them down, and credit Rick and his staff and credit us for executing it.
Mark Schindler?
Hey TJ, the defensive connectedness and scramble tonight was a lot better than it has been in previous games. What stood out to you and how things kind of changed up tonight and what you guys prepared for?
Yeah, we know how fast they wanted to play, and you know, actually we tried to slow it down on offense for us, because you know we didn't want to get into a back and forth game with them because we knew that plays right into their hands. But on the defensive side, I think we just buckled down and made things as tough as possible, made them take tough shots and tried to not give them any second chance points, and I think that was the difference.
Brendan?
Yeah, hey TJ, how much confidence does this type of win help moving forward?
You know, it definitely helps, you know, to get a win on the road against a team like this. You know, it's a confidence booster for sure, but you know, we know that there are some games that we've dropped on the road, and this shouldn't be our first win on the road, but you know, we'll take it. We have to move on and try to go get one in Denver.